Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Happy Sunday. Hey, I'm still out here in Atlanta at Invest Fest, and it's just a great conference. It's good to be in a room full of like-minded people. Before we get started, I'm gonna give a market update, and then I'm just gonna talk just freely with nothing prepared for my inspiration. Make sure you check out the links below. There's 3 links now, and of course this is sponsored always by StockUpView, and then we have Weeble, and then we have Moo. Okay, but we have a new link. All right, we have a new link. The Stock Squad, Josh, Keenan, Mo, and myself. We do have a Patreon. We want you guys to come join us. It's stupidly cheap, and you can pay it monthly. And just come and join us at the Patreon, all right? Let's get right into it. So we know the Jackson Hole meeting has already passed. I played you guys the shortened version, the important stuff of what the Fed said at Jackson Hole, Wyoming, right? And he did exactly what I said in the prior video. He did exactly what I said he was going to do. And those of you that know Fed Jerome Powell, there was no surprise at what he did. He talked about how inflation got, out of control. He talked about all the policies and procedures that he has put into place to get inflation. His target rate is 2%. And he talked about everything he's done and how effective it has been, right? But at the end of that, it's just the same thing. Yes, I will continue to do what's necessary. Meaning, if he still needs to raise interest rates yet again and even higher, he will do that if inflation calls for it, okay? He talked about the monetary policies, and the stock market actually sold off the day before he talked about it in fear, which is normal for Fed, all right, whenever the Fed speaks, okay? Now remember, Jackson Hole is not an official FOMC meeting. Now, his tone to me was dovish, but his words was hawkish, okay? And so we had to sell off, and then it fought back towards the end, okay? And so that's what we're looking at. But like anything else, Monday will be the day that the market tells us exactly what they thought about what the Fed said. Remember, it always takes time for the market to digest. So for those of you that are in plays, I would say don't panic, okay? Just don't panic. Just wait until Monday and see what Monday is, right? And of course, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. You have to look at the type of positions that you are in, okay? So I just want to leave it right there for the market update. It was all about Jackson Hole this week. Anything, what you saw what happened to Nvidia. Nvidia just gave it all back. It just ran up, and Jackson Hole just gave it all back. But now you got analysts out there that is saying, hey, Nvidia can go to 800, and then they raised it from 800 to now $1,100, even after their earnings, okay? And so I just want to say this. I made a video talking about that, and then somebody commented on that video, what do you think about Mullen? And then I said to myself, here is an analyst that raised his target from Nvidia, that has cash, that has future growth, that is not a bankrupt company, that could go from where it is now to possibly $8, $9, $10, $1,100, okay? Now, just because he said it doesn't mean it's gonna happen. But why would you be looking at Mullen instead of putting your money into a company that is more stable, that AI is only gonna get bigger, and Nvidia is going to profit from that? Then why would you be talking about Mullen? We got Stocks with Josh in the back there trying to take my wallet. See that? See that, good people? I ain't got no money, man. I ain't got no money. So
I wanted to chime in, Larry.
Go ahead,
on
man.
Nvidia.
Go ahead.
So
wait a minute, Josh. Did you just interrupt me, man?
I did.
This
is your show.
I'm just joking. No, go ahead, man.
You know, he starts talking these technicals. It got me excited. I had to come over and make a few comments.
There you go.
So the market has not given us a clear direction. Literally Friday, we had this sell. We sold up, and then we sold off when he spoke, and then we closed up. Right. Now, here's what I would just say to you guys. I wanted to specifically talk about Nvidia.
Take your time, Josh.
The lowest that I see Nvidia going right now is 448. That had previously been a little area of resistance. Right now we're sitting at 460, which actually is support. So if we get any more resistance at the moment, I think we could possibly get to that 450, 448 level, but I think it's more likely that it's going to bounce. And in regards to Tesla, you know, we stayed above 230. And on Monday, if we stay above 234, we might come and we might do a little fake out.
Right.
But if it moves back above 234, it's more likely that we're going to go up. But let me just qualify this, Larry.
Qualify it.
The market hasn't really told us which direction it wants to go right now. It hasn't. And so we're going to need to watch it Monday and Tuesday to get a sense of confirmation. I'm leaning bullish. I could be wrong. I'm going to let the market tell me, but just watch on Tesla 234 and watch on Nvidia 448, 450, because if we don't break beneath those levels, it's more likely that we're going to push up. Just a couple thoughts.
Okay. Can I talk?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. Because somebody will say, you keep interrupting Josh. But anyway. So look, good people. If you think the market is going to be fine after this, and support on Nvidia is what was that?
Nvidia is going to be
448.
It's sitting at 460 right now.
Right. So if you think it's going to be 448, then you should start accumulating at 453.
I would agree.
Right? You start accumulating. Don't wait till it hits support. You remember what happened with Tesla. Everybody was waiting, including myself. I'm guilty. And then it hit 101, and I did say that there's $100 is a psychological level, and if you think it's going to hit 100, you should start buying before. It hit 101, and it's spring loaded, and now you're trying to chase it, and you never can catch up. And so Nvidia is one of those things that it should be a long-term hold anyway, especially if you think it's going to be a soft landing, right?
Nvidia is going to split.
Yeah.
It's going to split likely. And that's, of course, something I'm watching. But that price is up there. Gets a little bit higher in 2023, 2024. We're going to see it split. Then it's going to really take off.
Here's my inspiration. Thank you for that. Okay. Here's my inspiration, good people. And it's this. Here in InvestFest, we were listening to Diddy, a.k.a. Puffy, aka Sean Puffy Combs, okay, aka Bad Boys. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not a big fan of his. He's always got a beef with somebody, blah, 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 right? But yesterday, he was so inspiring speaking. And he said something that is so true. No one's coming to save us. No one coming to save us. And I want you guys, this is my inspiration. No one is coming to save us. We have to save ourselves. And I'm talking to the entire middle class, right? He was talking to the culture. I'm talking to the entire middle class. He said that, right? No one's coming to save us. So what we have to do is we have to save ourselves. He talked about how the higher he gets, he's a billionaire. He's one out of 16 African-American billionaires, right? So we will hear from 2 billionaires this week. And he says the higher he gets, Josh, the more discouraged or upset he gets.
Yes.
And I will tell you that the more money I make, and I make way more money now than I did 5 years ago, especially understanding what I do. And I'm in the room with millionaires and billionaires now. The higher I get, the bigger tables I get invited to or force myself to have a seat, the more money I make, the angrier I get, because I see that they are withholding it from you and I, the middle class.
Can I chime in on that?
Go ahead.
We're listening to Diddy speak, and he said, he's talking about his journey with the different brands and the different things that he's got. He's 1 in 16 black billionaires. And he said he's got a view that a lot of us don't have. Few people in the world have the economic view that he has.
From a billionaire.
And he just paused after he was talking about where he was at, and he said, there is nobody coming to your rescue. And it hit me. Like, there was a truthful feeling to what he was saying. There's nobody coming to the working class, middle class rescue in the United States. He sees the levers that are getting pulled, levers that we can't see on a global scale, and he knows that there are people that are positioning themselves. Hey, Keenan did a little photo bomb. He knows there's people that are positioning themselves for wealth at the expense of the populace and the masses.
Yep.
And man, when he said it, it hit me. It hit me as being 100% truthful.
Yep. So listen, let's save ourselves. Let's stop this fighting. Let's stop this Democrat-Republic fighting. The truth be told, the system is set up against you.
Yep.
It's time to wake up. It is set up. I don't care how much you make on your job. You are taught and trained to be a good factory worker. Your factory may be in between two cubicles. You know, someone else's is, you know, on a carpenter's job or a truck driver's job.
Yep.
But the fact of the matter is, they only allow you so much tax-free money, and the biggest tax write-offs are for the elite, both Democrats and Republican. I'm just telling you guys the truth. And I'm just telling you guys, it is time for us to save ourselves, and we need, and I'll tell you, the low-hanging fruit is through investing. We should be taking time right now to study and how we can build true generational health. And we come here every day to help you guys with this. It is time for you to share this information with your family and friends. This is the inspiration. And there's something called he interrupted me, good people. There's something called I'm just joking.
Self-directed 401k, man.
Self-directing.
Take that money away from BlackRock and State Street that are taking your own money and using it against you. Come on.
And then you have you're retiring, and you just and they just want you on a fixed income, $1,800 a month. Really? How you gonna live on that with inflation going up? And inflation, that's a whole nother deal.
And they don't even have that money to give you. They've already spent it. They got to borrow it by selling bonds, which right now people are questioning. We just lost a bond rating. We went from AAA to AA. So the only way you're going to get any retirement money, it's not because they took it from you and invested it and now are giving it back to you. Mm-hmm. They got downgraded from AAA to AA, right? Which means they still got to sell more bonds to raise money to pay you in your retirement. Just keep that in mind.
And that's your money.
It's your money.
Yep. Keenan, get off the phone, man, and come inspire the people.
So, what's up,
so
good people?
Give them we in the inspiration part. Anything you took from Diddy yesterday? Come on this side. Where Josh, you come on this side. Anything
I want to be quick. I got my Invisalign stuff, so it looks green on my teeth. It's for sensitivity, so just know. But I want to say, everybody, I want you to get yourself around people who will inspire you to be better, who will teach you, who will tell you the things that you need to hear and not just what you want to hear. Because wealth can be in your future, but you have to decide that. You have to decide that you don't want to be brainwashed. You don't want to just be a sheep to what's going on with the government. You want to make a decision and bring your money to your own future.
Can you hold this for a minute? No, you know what? We'll because I don't want to flip the camera. We're gonna end it soon. You can't. There you go, right there. Just don't move. All right. So listen, good people. We do this because we want you to know the truth. There is a war going on. There is a financial war going on, and they are trying to crush the middle class. Right? Always remember this. And I say this over and over again. The 5% that controls all of the wealth is getting funded by the 95%.
100%.
Yep. And so let's have these conversations. We were taught, you and I were taught, you don't talk about money. Well, guess what wealthy people talk about? Money. And you guys need to have these conversations with your children, your nieces, your nephews, family members, church members. Have these conversations now. And let's do what's necessary now so you can live a better life later. All right? I'm going to leave it right there, gentlemen.
Hey, peace and blessings.
Peace and blessings. Make sure you check us out in the Patreon. Make sure you check out the class to learn these skills, okay? Live, love, laugh, and learn.